reshaping of immigration courts nationwide is well underway.
This administration is definitely prioritizing immigration and especially immigration enforcement.
Immigration attorney Darius Amiri says there's been a serious backlog in cases for a long time and not enough judges to take them on. The Trump administration started a campaign to hire more judges to reduce the heavy caseload last year. Arizona's family confirmed more than 2,000 people have applied so far.
But we're also firing judges that we don't agree with their opinions. You're kind of talking out of both sides of your mouth there.
Dozens of immigration judges, nearly 100, were fired last year by the Department of Justice. Others that weren't let go resigned. Immigration courts and the Board of Immigration Appeals are not part of the judicial branch. They fall under the Department of Justice, which is in the executive branch, and President Trump is the boss. Amiri is concerned about the new pressure judges have to fall in line with the administration's immigration crackdown.
You see judges tending to side with the Department of Homeland Security more in court. And I think one root cause, I'm not saying all of it, but probably is some anxiety or concern about your job status.
Another concern for Amiri is the title immigration judge being changed to deportation judge, like in this ad on the DOJ's website, and the temporary judges being appointed with lesser requirements.
Yes, the process involves deportation, and it could be the end result is deportation. But when you're putting that label on the judge's job, that's not really what the judge is supposed to be doing. The judge is supposed to be a neutral arbiter. And the net result is just, I think, a really broken and unfair system.
We reached out to the DOJ for an interview, but they declined. I also asked how many judges have been fired so far this year and was told they do not comment on personnel matters. Reporting live in the newsroom, Torres, Arizona's family.